welcome back to Hermitcraft. All right. Well, after last episode's little misadventure in yon gigantic pickle jar over there, Cub Fan noticed my difficulty, and he left me some ender pearls, which apparently that's the approved or common way to get out of that place, at least until Grian finally gets around to putting an exit in the thing. I do hope that he gets around to that soon, because yeah, a little funny, but anyway, I am going to pick up some diamond and head back over to the shopping area because sea lanterns. All right, so after a lot of looking around and a lot of derping and reading some comments, I finally found the Prismarine and Sea Lantern shop underneath of the Elytra shop. So, 4 diamonds a stack. Yeah, let's see. How many am I going to need? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stacks. How about that? All right. Just there. Oh, that's right. There was 4 there already. Okay. So there we go. Now I'm hooked up with plenty of sea lanterns. Good. Now if I found some place that was selling blaze rods, that would be nice too, and end rods. But it'll happen. In the meantime, back to it. Okay, well, now that I have the sea lanterns, I can kick these torches out of here and complete the look of my lighting scheme. And I kind of want to try to use something like this throughout, at least through most of the place. Although some places I think will be well suited to... where did those torches go? I just noticed. I didn't pick any up. I've still got the 63 I started with. And those things didn't show up anywhere. What in tarnation's going on? Huh. Okay. Not going to worry about it too much. They're only torches. Anyway, in the meantime, I have another thing I need to be doing. I've started working out a big, good-sized room here. One that I expect is going to grow over time. And that shape probably tells you what I've got in mind. This is time to get a filter and sorting system going. Because, well, I need a warehouse kind of situation anyway. And frankly, I'm coming up with so much stuff out of the mine. The shulker boxes that I got the last time are already most of them full, and I've still got a lot of stuff here, and I'm getting more all the time. I've got almost 7 stacks of iron not processed, a stack and a half almost of gold not processed, and so on. Yeah, so what I want to do is get something put together for sorting and storage and a little bit of processing. So, let's see. The first thing I need to do is to get stuff up here. And let's see. Oh boy. I made this too high. Hello. And here and a block there. And more of this will be apparent as I bring the floor down several levels. I want to try to build the higher up parts of this before I lower the floor any further. It might possibly turn out to think it's easier. Alright, let's just a temporary stopper block. I need to go get my hoppers. There we go. I did make up a bunch of stuff ahead of time here, so who knows? I might even look like I have a clue. Alright. Oh, get off of that. Alright, the idea is I'm going to have a dropper chain pointing up, sending things into this thing. And how about if I get a little bit more going on up here, like a crafting table would be nice. Yeah. And I need to get the redstone. That's all down here. That'll be more than enough. And I've got some cobble, so I'll go ahead and get some dropper. Well, I got some droppers already made, so. Alright. I want the chain to come up here. So how about if I just jump down here, break this out of the way. And then bring these things up here. And then this one can be pointing this way. Yeah, then I have to hollow this area out and get the circuit built around it that will make it work. Alright, about 75 derps and one case of building it completely backwards later. I've got that thing finished and it should work. Now, it should bring stuff up here, through here, and into the hopper chain that goes along the top here. In fact, I should go ahead and put some more of that on. Alright, hopper, like this actually, not that. And it'll just bring things along here. Now, up here, comparators, and then there'll be redstone across here, and repeater there. And torch back here. Yeah, and then the thing will be repeated that way. Of course, there's a little bit more to it, but like I said, I'm taking the floor down as I go. Now, I'm thinking, let's see, I've got 13 repeaters more, so I will go ahead and set up to use them. And just get that many slices together. Oops. All right. Did I say repeaters? I meant comparators. Anyway, yeah. So and repeaters along here. finish this part of the shape. And redstone the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. Put the torches in down here. And that takes care of that part of things. All I need to do now is run the hoppers along here. Let's see, there will be hoppers feeding into each comparator. And then a chain of hoppers going along above these. And the beauty of this is I can add on to it anytime. Okay, let me go ahead and throw something along here. Pop this in here. There. That part of the system is all put together. And now the next step of this is I need to take some time and bring this floor down about 4 or 5 blocks. It's going to have to go down further than that, but I'm, like I said, doing them in stages here, so I'll be back. All right, got a little bit of progress here. Now, my eventual plan for this is that, for example, I come back from mining and I've got an inventory load full of stuff. I want to be able to drop everything into this chest where it will go through a hopper chain over here into the item elevator and up into the filter system to be taken care of. Now, I'm also including some things that only stack to 16, and I know there's more than just these 3, but it's the only ones I could think of offhand, because I want to eventually have it set up so that I can drop anything into this system and have it get sorted. Now, the problem, of course, with this sort of thing is that if you have something that stacks to 16 going into a filter system that is meant for things that stack to 64, well, that's kind of an issue. And I may have the wrong number of things here for the 16 ones. I'm not honestly sure. It's been a while since I've had to do that. And anyway, so yeah, I want to sort basically as I add things to this, and I am going to be adding more slices to it. I eventually want to be able to sort all of the blocks. I want a warehouse facility that I can dump anything into and it goes to a sorted section in this thing. And by the way, my positioning of this was totally backwards. What I should have done is had that arrangement over here closer to this wall. And as yet, I'm liable to move it yet. But if I do, I'll do that off camera because, yeah, it's bad enough I have to do it, let alone show everybody I'm doing it, you know. And the bit with the chests, the arrangement is a pretty standard one for this kind of a filter, staggered double chests and whatnot. But I found that double chests are a little bit more difficult in this version because, you know, with 1.13 you got this thing now where you can take chests and put them like this, and then you can put another one right next to it and another one right next to that, or if you want you can have this and this and this all right next to each other just by holding shift. The problem is if you want to put a chest on this, you have to hold shift, and that means they won't double, in spite of the fact that if you want them to double. Now, as in this situation, I wanted them to double and they wouldn't. I finally end up having to arrange for there to be cobblestone behind all of them so that they would double. really annoying. Extra work to do that. I mean, granted, having them, being able to have them single right next to each other without doubling and without causing the I can't put it there problems and whatnot, that's great. It really is. But for this kind of thing, it makes more work to get it set up. Especially when you completely forget about the mechanic like I did and end up spending a couple of minutes wondering why they won't work right, and then you go, oh yeah, and then you got to sit there and figure out how to make them work right. But it'll get there. And like I said, this room is going to end up going that way, probably a fair distance, because like I said, I want to sort all of the blocks. Another thing is that, like for example, when cobblestone comes into this, I want a feed down here, a hopper underneath the bottom cobblestone chest to pull it out, send it over to a furnace or a furnace array or something where it will get smelted into stone, and then I want the stone pulled out and sent back into the item elevator to be sorted into its own place. Same thing for iron ore, gold ore, you know, that sort of thing, so that everything gets sorted into this thing. And that's going to take a little while, and so on, and digging out the room and going to the nether sometime very soon and grabbing up a buttload more quartz because I'm out of it for making comparators with. Yes, there's that shop in the shopping district that sells quartz, but it's out of stock, and other shop that sells or that is going to sell redstone components like comparators and repeaters and such like and whatnot. There is no stock in there yet, or if there has been stock, it's all sold out. I don't know which. Yeah, so that's where I'm going with this, and I do anticipate it getting to the point where just about everything is sorted, and I'll have down at the very end hoppers going past this into another chest, an overflow chest or two or whatever, to handle things that don't have a place to be sorted. And the system will just kind of grow over time. Well, that's pretty much what I'm aiming at here, and I want to get this finished enough to be operational really soon. So I'm going to go ahead and get these items set up and set up an overflow chest, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, I'm just coming back from a trip down to the other end to mine a couple of branches, because I figured the best way to test this thing is to use it. Okay, so the way I've been doing things is all the redstone and the lapis and the coal I block up, and the diamond. That gets into block form as well. Now, diamond I'm not going to be putting into this thing, at least not yet. Loose coal, throw it in there. And the loose redstone and lapis can go in there, and I'll block that up later. And so the rest of this stuff, the obsidian, flint, this stuff, all this cobble, the ore, the dirt, the iron ore, these guys, all of that, throw it in there. Now, it should be coming down here, and this thing should be getting started, should start getting busy with moving it. Oh, I never put a block in here, did I? No, I didn't. Need one block in here to go back and forth to act as a clock to send everything up. Now, head up here. Okay, it's heading up there. And everything should be ending up in its appropriate chest, with some things ending up here, like the flint, which I didn't have a place for. And again, this is what I had to have these behind the chest to place them in order for them to go up and be doubled. Yes, you can do it with singles, but I wanted the double chest capacity. Okay, so what are we getting here? Shouldn't be anything in the first three. Okay. Okay. Which torch is firing? None of them. What's going on here? Oh, the cobble's coming in first. And I don't have one of these set for cobblestone yet. Well, that makes a certain amount of sense. There's some redstone coming in, Tom. Whichever one gets fires, the torch should go. Okay, this one went, so we're getting granite. So redstone block and so on. Looks to me like it's working all right. I just have to expand it with storage for cobblestone, flint, and many assorted other various and sundry things that will need to be filtered, because I'm going to want all of them filtered eventually. And yeah, that's going to take some time, and it's also going to take me taking a trip to the Nether to load up on quartz, because that shop that sells it didn't have any the last time I was there. So yeah, in any event, that's what I've got started here. And in addition to this, or part of this, is going to be an automatic smelting operation for iron and gold, and probably cobble into smoothstone. So I'll be working on that coming up really soon. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.